Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video in the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to another rebuild of a college football program here on College Football Mod of Madden 24 on the PC. That is right. We've already taken on USC, and we've taken on the Ohio State University, and we've had varying success between the two of them. We've won a few national championships in our time. But now it's time to maybe take on the most difficult one to date. We are going to be going to Boulder, Colorado. I think that's where they are. They might be somewhere else. I don't know. We're going to be going to Colorado, the land of legalized marijuana. And we are going to be taking on the Mile High Challenge. Can we win a national championship with Deion Sanders? Prime time. Coach Prime. Can we win a couple of national championships with the Colorado Buffalo, Coach Prime, Shiloh Sanders, Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter? The whole gang is going to be here, and we are going to try to win a couple of national titles, a couple of natties, maybe a couple Heismans with the boys. If you guys are excited and you want to see me take on your team, leave it down below in the comments, and I will try my best to bring you a national championship. Let's get into the video. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Let's get started. So we have arrived. We have arrived at the Colorado Buffalo University, and we are ready to take on the challenge. Now, I know that it says above me that the coach is Brandon Staley and the picture is of Jimbo Fisher, but that is only because this mod is in beta testing, and that is something that they tell you when you download the mod, that don't be afraid of like glitches or weird things that are in the mod because it's still in beta testing. They're still working it out, and they're still putting in a bunch of different updates every so often. It's actually pretty consistent the way that they update it. So yeah, if you want to learn how to download all this stuff, go check out my modding Madden 24 video down below. I probably will link it in this video, and it's just on my channel in recent videos, so go check it out, and that'll teach you how to mod Madden 24 if you aren't sure. But here we are, the Colorado Buffaloes, and I do remember from the Ohio State rebuild that Shedeur Sanders player model is just his father with a mustache, and it is my favorite thing I have ever seen in my life. So we got Shedeur Sanders at the tail end of that Ohio State rebuild, and he won a couple Heismans for us and a national championship, so I'm happy to see how he progresses in this. Obviously, in real life, there's been a lot of stuff that has gone down in the world of college football since my last NCAA rebuild with the Buckeyes. Kyle McCord has put his name in the transfer portal. As of recording of this video, I do not know where he's chosen to go. He may still not have chosen by the time this goes live, but he's not going to be an Ohio State Buckeye, and I'm not too upset about that. So I hope he has success wherever he goes, but he's not going to do it at Ohio State. So that is one thing that I wanted to address, since this is the first college football video I've done since all that stuff happened. But yeah, anyway, moving on. We have the young running back Dylan Edwards, who is only 5'9", but I'm hoping he can be our running back of the future. He might be. You never know. I am going to be pretty upfront with you guys. I don't know a lot about the Colorado roster. I know a few players, like the two guys we just showed you there, but I don't know much after that. I obviously know this man right here, Travis Hunter, a dual threat, unbelievable player. And I think, didn't we get him at the USC video, or did we get him in the Ohio State video? We had him in one of the videos. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was USC. But Travis Hunter, unbelievable two-way player, phenomenal athlete. So he is here, and I'm hoping to keep him around for a long time. And then obviously we have Shiloh Sanders, the brother of Shedeur, who also looks like his father with a mustache, which is just fantastic. So I'm hoping we can develop him as well. But after that, I don't really know much about this Colorado team, and maybe that's on me because I didn't study up on the Buffalo. I apologize. But it looks like we have some solid players like Levante Bentley, who's an 85 overall. We have the man right next to him, who is Marvin Ham II, 88 overall. So we've got some pretty solid linebackers. I like that. We also have a good, strong safety in Miles Slusher, hardly know her, who's a 91 overall. And then I saw that we had another solid corner, and we have actually two solid corners. We have Travis J., who's an 89 overall. And then we have somebody at the third string, who I think was last name Cooper. Yeah, who's this guy? Omarion Cooper. Actually, I have heard of this guy. I think when I was watching some of the early weeks of college football, this guy's name came up a couple of times. So I am slightly familiar with him. But after that, I don't really know any of the receivers. I don't know a whole lot about this team. They might be very good players. I'm not taking that away from them. They might be very good players. I'm just not super attached to them, and they're not super high overalls. So in this rebuild, I'm probably going to be upgrading a bunch just to see how crazy we can get. And in this, we are going to make it auto-generated, the draft classes, or the recruiting classes, I should say. So we are going to make those auto-generated. And basically, we can just start simulating Season 1. I don't think I'm going to be making any trades. I don't really see a point in it. I mean, maybe we could get a little crazy and trade for somebody as a receiver. That could be pretty fun, I guess, to pair alongside. Actually, we can't pair it because Travis Hunter's only a corner in this instead of a two-way guy. But is there any crazy receivers? I would like to get Keon Coleman. That's who I want to get. I want to get Keon Coleman. How hard is it to get Keon Coleman? We're going to find out. Obviously, Keon Coleman's a phenomenal player in real life. Some people think he's the best receiver in college football. They would be wrong. He's behind Marvin Harrison. But how hard? Oh, it's actually not super hard to get him. Okay. So I'm going to throw in one of my recruit points to possibly get Keon Coleman. That's very close. If we give another one in 2026, that should be... Oh, what'd that say? Why did that not go through? We have hit our weekly transaction limit and can't consider other offers right now. We have hit our what? We've hit our weekly transaction limit. Do I have a limit on the transactions? I don't really adjust. I adjust a few of the settings when I start up a thing, but I don't think I adjusted anything. I have everything on manual. The trade difficulty's on normal. We can trade. Everybody's allowed to trade. What would that be? League type is on, firing. I don't see in-season player movement limit. Determines the amount of players a user can add or remove for the team each week during the regular season. I'll change that to unlimited, I guess, and maybe that'll help it. But that's the only thing I can think of that would not allow me to trade. So let's go back and try that again. Trade Center. Trading with Florida State for Keon Coleman. And we can throw in Jalen Ellis. And we can throw in a 6th from 2026 and a 5 from 2024, I guess. And that is accept. Okay, so that was a problem. Okay, so now that I know, that's nice to know. All right, so Keon Coleman now makes his way to the team. And this roster is... a little bit earlier in the season, so that's why Keon Coleman's overall is only an 80 and not probably a little bit higher as it probably should be. But if you're wondering why he's a little bit of lower overall, that's just the way the roster was made. I didn't make the roster, so I just downloaded it along with you get it all included in the version of the mod that you download. So Keon Coleman now is on the team for Shadur Sanders to throw to, and I'm hoping he develops really, really well. And now we can start simulating. So let's go, and I'll see you guys at the end of Season 1, and I'm hoping we make the college football playoffs. We've wrapped up Season 1 of the Colorado Buffalo rebuild, and we finished 10-7, so nowhere near as dominant as what USC or Ohio State finished at in year number 1, but that's to be expected. Colorado's not on that level, and still a very good season. 10-7, made the college football playoffs, taking on Florida State. By the way, It sucks what happened to Florida State in real life, not making the college football playoff. They went undefeated. They won the ACC, but they don't have Jordan Travis anymore. He had that season-ending injury, and it does suck. If you got to feel bad for Florida State fans, but we don't care about that because we are Colorado, and we have Shedeur Sanders, who had 4,700 yards, 38 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 71% completion percentage. Unreal season from Sanders. Dylan Edwards, 800 yards, 6 touchdowns. Xavier Weaver, 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns. Jimmy Horn Jr. had 1,100 yards and 9 touchdowns. And Keon Coleman, 800 yards and 6 touchdowns. So Keon Coleman didn't get as much usage as I may have wanted him to, but he produced a little bit. And then on the defense, Trevor Woods led the team with 95 tackles. Marvin Hand had 92. Travis Hunter had 90. Tackle for loss leader was Ham with 13, tied with Payne for 13. Brown had 12. Sack leader was Jeremiah Brown, right outside linebacker with 18.5 sacks, 16 for Ham, 7.5 for Derek McClendon. Interception leader was Travis J with 4. Hunter had 2. Cooper and Sanders both had 2. All right. So we will go into the college football playoffs as an underdog against Florida State. And you know what? This is so cool. I'm going to jump in and see if we can help the team move forward. This also gives you guys a chance to see some new stadiums you haven't been able to see yet. So we get to see Florida State's stadium as they are beating us 10-0, 10-7 now. 17-7. All right, we're getting a little bit dangerous here. It's 2nd and 1 from our own 40. We're going to jump in and try to help the boys out here. So we're going to go underneath to Dylan Edwards. He's got the catch and the first down. Good job from Shedeur. And you get to see the uniforms as well. Looking pretty crispy, both Florida State and our away uniforms for Colorado. I'm going to try to hit my main man right there in the middle. Harrison gets it knocked away. Good play from the defensive lineman there. Maybe he's the corner, not defensive lineman. He's either a linebacker or a corner. I don't know. We've got Horn going deep in press coverage. So I'm looking his way, but he's not going to be able to make it right away. So we're going to have to give that to Keon Coleman against his, I just realized it's against his former team as well. And it's 3rd down and 10. They were tracking Coleman the entire way. So we're going to have to figure out a new solution here. Fire that in. That's a tough throw and a great catch. 4th and inches. That is a ballsy throw from Shedeur Sanders and an even better catch from the receiver. And I've got to get that away. Keon Coleman on 4th and inches. Can't grab it. Florida State brought everybody, but I was not able to get it to them. And they will not do anything with it, but we can't do anything in the second half now. Down 24-7, 3rd quarter. It's looking pretty ugly here. We were the underdogs, to be fair. We're not ready yet for the spotlight. I'm going to heave. He's got a chance. Harris is going to get picked off. Well, not Harris is going to get picked off. Barker will pick off Shedeur Sanders. I probably shouldn't have just chucked that down the field. Probably should have tried to at least get that to a more completable pass. But we're going to lose this game. It's not that big of a deal. It's only year number 1. We need to have a good offseason. We need to have a good recruiting class, a good transfer portal. But Jordan Travis did play a lot better than us today. So there you go, Florida State fans. You get your revenge. Or you get your anger out. But we will lose in the early stages of the college football playoff here in year number 1. That's okay. Totally fine. I wasn't expecting Colorado to even make the college football playoffs. So the fact that we got to it is a good start because we can have some pretty good improvements in the transfer portal and in the recruiting where we can really make some good things happen. So let's get to the national championship game. And we don't know who it's going to be because the logos are not showing up, but that's okay because we can check the bracket. And it is going to be Florida State versus Ohio State. That matchup happened in our Ohio State rebuild, I'm pretty sure. And I think we lost. I think Florida State beat us. So we will see if Florida State gets the win. It's 31-34, but we don't know who got the W. It is Florida State. They win the national championship. Jordan Travis is your MVP. He also wins the Heisman. And then nobody for our team wins anything. Okay. That is all right. Because Jordan Travis has won the Heisman. and he has gotten himself a national championship. So consider yourselves lucky, Florida State. You got yourselves a big-time season. But this is the real important part. This is where we get to the good stuff. This is where we get to the good stuff. We got the transfer portal, which, if you're not familiar with my terminology for using in Madden, the free agency period is the transfer portal. Recruiting is the NFL draft. So if you hear me referring to that, that's what that means. So let's get to the transfer portal and see what we got. If you're also wondering why there's no cap room, it's because we are on no salary cap, nothing like that, because the NCAA doesn't have a salary cap, so this doesn't either. And I didn't make the decision. That's what the mod just comes naturally as. So let's see what we need to do. We need a tight end, and Brevin Spanford from Minnesota. I'm familiar with his game because he's in the Big Ten. So we are going to look to offer him a contract. And I don't control any of the other teams. I just control the Colorado Buffaloes. There's Blake Corum, but we have Dylan Edwards, and I'm fine with that. We don't need a quarterback because we got Shiloh, but there's Michael Penix. That would be pretty cool. And there's the Heisman winner, Jordan Travis, right there. It'd be pretty fun to get Jordan Travis, but we can get him in another rebuild later on. Maybe we should get a backup for Dylan Edwards. Let's go for like... let's go for Devin Neal. He's a little bit faster. So we'll offer Devin Neal a nice bag of money to come to Colorado. Wide receivers, I certainly could use another one. We did bring in Keon Coleman, and we have that junior guy, I forget his name, but we could certainly use somebody else. And I'm going to go with, is it Chamari DK, or is it Kamari D? I don't know how to pronounce his name. I apologize. But we will offer him a bunch of incentives to choose Colorado. Who else do we want to come to the team? Cooper Beebe we've had before, but it wouldn't hurt to get him again. We've never had Zach Frazier, though, at center. That could be something that we go for. We're really going to get good in the transfer portal. And Zach Zinter, he broke his leg, had a traumatic injury in the Ohio State-Michigan game, but he's going to be a Colorado Buffalo now. And that is going to be our offers for the first period. We'll evaluate. Everybody but DK signed, I think. Yes, they do. So they all transfer in. That's good to know. And then strong safety, Mickens is there. Newbin at free safety. We could certainly use a free safety. There's a couple really good. There's a lot of really good corners. Mike Sandrill is here. He's a good corner from Michigan. Or from the Cheaters. So we will try to bring him in. And we'll go for Josh Newton as well, because I think Josh Newton's one of the best corners in the country. So if we could bring him in, that'd be cool. Cedric Gray's got superstar development. I'll offer him a contract. We'll see what he says. It's the power of Deion Sanders. Everybody wants to come play for him. Everybody wants to come play for Deion. So we will offer all these guys contracts. And we will hit that. And everybody signed. Oh, we're getting so good. We're getting so good. Tyler Davis. I think I'm going to go for Tyler Davis, and then that'll be it. So we'll offer there. Targeted. Everybody signed except for Tyler Davis. Okay, we just got so much better. I told you all we needed was a nice transfer portal. Everybody wants to come play for Deion. Sanders is now an X factor. We add in Spanford. We add in Zinter, and got a good offensive line now. Zach Zinter actually gets an upgrade point, so that's cool. We have a new center. We have DK at wide receiver. Or I guess it's DK. I guess it could be Dyke. I don't even know if I can say that on YouTube, but I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's got a couple upgrade points, so he's going to hopefully be pretty good for us next season. And we obviously have Sanders, who's going to be a stud. And then on the defense, we got ourselves a new safety in... Who do we have? Didn't we get a new safety? I don't remember. We have a couple good players now. We're still waiting on a few guys to get signed, or one guy to get signed at least. But we add Newton to the team. We add Sanders still to the team, who already had Hunter and Jay. So our cornerback room looks amazing. Sanders, Slusher, hardly know her. We're looking pretty good. We are looking pretty darn good. I think that's going to be my free agency, or my, not my free agency, my recruit, or my transfer portal. I forgot all my terms already. I explained them to you, and I forgot my terms. We are going to probably have to cut a few players, though, so now we have some extra guys. So I'll just, I'll say that you guys can go over, oh wait, no, what did that say? You cannot release, oh, the cut limit, that's right, there's a cut limit. I got to change some of these settings. All these settings you guys can change, by the way, yourselves if you download this mod, but there's no limit on cuts, or there's no cuts in general, right? Determines the amount of players the user may cut. Recommended setting, I don't want any cuts. Off-season player cut limit. I'll have it on unlimited, I guess. We'll see what happens. We'll switch it to unlimited. I'm still fine-tuning. I've only done 3 of these. I'm still fine-tuning the settings. So does that mean now I can cut some people? Okay, that has worked. We can now cut people. We've changed it to unlimited. So basically, you just want to have everything on unlimited if you want to do this all yourself. Or you can just keep it all the same. It's up to you. If you want to download this mod and do these rebuilds yourself, or just play with it in general, you can do that. You can find anything you want. So we're going to simulate right to the recruiting period, the National Signing Day, I guess you could say. I'm not going to really jump into it because last time I did it, when I did it in the USC portion, or the USC rebuild, it kind of like messed up and was weird. So I don't know if it's been fixed. I don't want to take any chances. So we're simulate through the recruiting period, and we'll let the CPU get us recruits. I mean, it's not like they're going to be super valuable anyway, because this isn't about recruits. It's about the guys that are already in college football. So we're going to simulate right through it, and we'll give it a quick glance, see if they drafted anybody super great. But since we were in the since we were in the college football playoffs, we're probably not going to have that high of a recruiting advantage. So let's see who they took for us. A 72, a 75, and then a bunch of kind of bad players. Okay, it's not that big of a deal. It's depth. It is pure depth at that point, so that's good. I'll take that. Cool. And we will go to the next season. Season number 2 is upon us. I'm hoping we can have ourselves a good season because we're going to need it. We made the college football playoffs in year number 1, and I think we are certainly better than we were. We got ourselves 2 really good running backs. I will make Dylan Edwards the number 1, and we will see what we can get done here. Keon Coleman is going to be number 2, by the way. He's going to be our number 2 receiver, then Weaver, no, actually, then Horn, I mean. And then we'll have Weaver. And then on defense, we got our guys that we want to have. We're going to ride it out. Let's see how we do it. I'm going to simulate to season number 2 off-season, or to the season 2 playoffs, and we will see how good we get. Season 2 is wrapped up, and we make the college football playoffs once again, this time having a much better season, going 13-4, absolutely dominating some teams. I'm very happy to see it. Let's take a look at how we did around the league. Shedeur Sanders led the team, He led the country in receiving. I cannot speak right now. Let's rewind that. Shedeur Sanders led the country in passing yards is the goal that I wanted to say, of what I wanted to say. 5,000 yards, 41 touchdowns, just 4 picks. He absolutely dominated. Dylan Edwards had a bunch of yards, but it seems like Devin Neal was the touchdown merchant at the goal line. And then receiving, Brevin Spanford, 1,300 yards and 14 touchdowns. We had 1,313 from DK. We had 963 from Horn with 6 touchdowns. Keon Coleman had another solid season, but it seems like he's getting passed over for a bunch of other players. And Mikey Sanders Sanders had 103 tackles, with Travis Hunter having 96. Trevor Woods had 90. Slusher had 82. Tackle for loss leader was Marvin Ham II with 15. Payne Jr. had 14. Wilson had 11. Bishop Thomas had 10. Wilson had 11.5 sacks, which led the team. 10.5 for Ham. Interception leader was Sanders still, and Newton both with 4. Hunter and Woods had 3, and that is it. So we made the college football playoff again for the second year in a row. Can we move away into the quarterfinals? Yes, we can. 28-22. We are moving on up the ladder of success, taking on the U, Miami, who is on my list of teams that we need to rebuild. So this is pretty fun, pretty interesting. We are clearly the better team on paper. Can we get to the college football semifinal? We will, 21-14, and look who it is. Look who it is. The national champions, the defending champs, the defending Heisman winner. We both went 13-4 for a trip to the national championship game. I'm just going to let it ride. If we lose, we lose. I feel pretty confident in our team, though. 40-36. Florida State gets us again for the second year in a row. Florida State has beaten us. Well, this is just getting out of control now. I guess I shouldn't have let it go. I should have jumped in and tried to help the team. I thought for sure we had a better team this year. And we did have a better team. We make it to the semifinals. We make it to the college football semifinal, but we just could not get it done against Florida State. And it's a rematch. Ohio State versus Florida State. Who's going to get the upper hand this time? Will it be back-to-back championships for Florida State? Or will it be another title for the Buckeyes? It's 17-31. Who got it done? That makes me feel so good. Kyle McCord wins the national championship MVP. The Buckeyes get a championship. And look at your boy Shadur, a Heisman for Shadur Sanders. And he also wins National Player of the Year as well. So I will take that as a big fat W. Big fat W. Love to see it. We now move to the offseason of season number 2. We've just come off of a semifinal berth, playoff semifinal berth. We've got the defending Heisman winner. We need to go into this offseason and retool and get ready for season 3. We've got a ton of money on our Heisman winner, but remember, money doesn't matter, so this contract literally has no bearing on what happens in the rebuild. It's just so we can keep everybody around. And he's going to test free agency. Well, you're not going to do that. You're going to come back. So, sorry, Shadur, you're not leaving Colorado. These don't matter. The reason I didn't show you in season 1 is because all this stuff does not matter. I just throw random contracts at people so that they stay on the team. And if I don't want somebody on the team, then I don't throw them a random contract. But we throw random contracts at people because it's college football and it doesn't matter. So we go in here and we get the job done. Some people don't want to come back, but then we just offer them a little bit more money. We throw them all the money in the world. We have a lot of people that need to come back, so I'll just get this done and I'll catch back up with you when I'm ready to go into our transfer portal for year number 2. Okay, I got it all done. We got back everybody that we needed to get back. There was a couple guys that didn't want to sign with us, but that's okay. We can just replace them in the transfer portal. That's what the transfer portal is here for. So let's get the job done. And right off the bat, Olu Fashanu, welcome to Colorado. I know you wanna come play for Dion, Coach Prime. He's right here. He's available. Come play for Coach Prime. I know you want to do it. Marvin's on the table, but we've had Marvin in the past 2 rebuilds, so I will stay away from Marvin, even though he is the best player in college football. So we'll stay away from Marv for this season, or for this rebuild, but I can't promise that in other rebuilds we'll stay away from him. There are some very good players. Cooper DeJean is here as well. I love Cooper DeJean. He's a really good player. Cooper Beebe is also back, so we might as well get him if he doesn't want to go to the team that he didn't like the team that he transferred to. So we'll offer him a contract, and he will hopefully accept that. Jared Verse will accept simply because he's superstar development, and that is our pick for the first round. Everybody has signed with us, so we'll go and adjust the lineup and see if we need anything else. Let's go see what the team needs, because we are 99s across the board. Let's adjust the team. We add in, the offensive line's amazing. We've got pretty good receivers. I could use one more receiver. It's not going to be Marvin, though. We need another middle linebacker. But everybody else is good. The corners are amazing. And we probably need another end. Okay, so another middle linebacker and another end. And we are good to go for Season 3. We are good to go for Season 3. So let's look that up. Let's go for another receiver, probably. Ooh, Romeo. All right, let's get him. Romeo. Shake my hand, accept the money, and come play for Colorado. And then we need a defensive end. And we've got a couple good ones here, so we'll offer him a contract to come play at Colorado. And then we need, what, another middle linebacker, I said? Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Welcome to the team. Come play for Colorado. All right, we got ourselves our guys. And Braylon Trice accepts as well. Colorado has just gotten so much more interesting. It's rocking in Boulder. Let's do the old adjust the lineup. Romeo jumps in. We look really good. The offensive line's amazing. The defense now looks even better. Oh, baby. Yes, daddy. I'm excited. Let's simulate all the way to the end of the season and get things cooking. I like to cook my teams. I think year number 3 is going to be our national championship year. I mean, how could it not be our national championship season? We have 8 upgrades for a couple of players. That is insane. We're just going to throw them all on auto upgrades. They can literally do whatever they want. You can upgrade whatever you want. I do not actually give one crap-ola. Let's get to the National Signing Day. National Signing Day. And simulate past that. And then we'll get to season number 3. I think we'll do probably about 4 seasons of this, of the rebuild, because that's just assuming we win the national championship in season 3, which I'm pretty sure we will. We'll see how good we do. I'm just assuming we win the national championship. I would hope that we would. I mean, we have 99s across the board. We have the defending Heisman winner. We are pretty darn amazing, if I do say so myself. And the auto generation for the class, the CPU drafted us pretty solid players. Those are nice depth pieces, nice backups. They maybe factor in, but I highly doubt it. And we move to season number 3, where we try to take on a redemption tour. We've been beaten by Florida State back-to-back seasons, but no longer. No longer does that happen. We are unbelievably good. Unbelievably good. I expect us to absolutely cruise to an undefeated season, or maybe 1 loss or 2 losses, who knows, but something absolutely dominant. Be the best team in college football, the number 1 seed in the playoffs, and coast right to a national championship. I will see you guys at the end of season number 3 with the results. We've wrapped up season number 3 with a 16-win season for your Colorado Buffalo, and I'm assuming a Heisman Trophy for Shedeur Sanders. Look at those numbers above him, or above me. 5,100 yards, 48 touchdowns to just 1 interception, and 75% completion percentage. These are college football numbers. Unreal season. Has to be back-to-back Heismans for Shedeur Sanders. 1,200 yards and 15 touchdowns for Dylan Edwards, but Devin Neal also got 18 touchdowns. Rome Odunze, 1,500 yards, 18 touchdowns. Brevin Spanford, 1,100 yards, 14 touchdowns. DK, 977 yards, 5 touchdowns. Keon Coleman, 906 yards, 8 touchdowns. Everybody was getting in. Everybody was eating. It's amazing. You love to see it. 104 tackles for Jeremiah Trotter. Wilson had 78. So the tackles kind of dropped down, but Trotter still had 100 plus. Trice had 12 tackles for loss. 18 and a half sacks for Peyton Wilson. Braylon Trice had 16. 13 for Gray. Interception leader was Slusher, Sanders, and Hunter, all with 4. Trotter and Newton had 3. But we were absolutely dominating. Obviously, the number 1 offense in the country. And now we take on Florida. to get back to the college football semifinals, and we will. And luckily for us, it does not include Florida State. That is very nice. I appreciate that. We are not taking on Florida State. We will take on the 11-6 Georgia Bulldogs. I think we've got this pretty much in the bag, but I will jump in since it's at Colorado. We might as well see what our own stadium looks like. So I'll see you guys in there. We're in Colorado for the semifinals. Can we get the job done? 7-0 early, but the Bulldogs fight back 7-3. 14-3. I like the way that we're working. We got the Heisman winner on our team, man. We got to dominate. Into the second half now. It's going back and forth. Nobody's really putting up any points. This is a defensive battle. We do score against 21-3, 28-3, just like that, 31-3, just like that. Colorado has arrived, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to jump in and test this team out at home, our own stadium. We get to see the uniforms for both Georgia and our own Colorado. There's the snap, play action. He's getting held. It's all gone wrong. That was clear pass interference. They completely just destroyed him and didn't allow him to get open there. So that's annoying, but it is what it is. A little bit of play action. I'm going to roll. I've got Dylan Edwards out of the backfield. Touchdown for Dylan Edwards. And the Buffaloes put up another 7 on Georgia. Let's just say we have arrived, ladies and gentlemen. And we win the game. We are going to our first national championship game. I don't know who it's going to be against. Is it going to be against the Buckeyes? They've made it the past 2 seasons, but now they don't have Marvin Harrison. So we are going to find out who we're playing in the national championship game. It is going to be the Ohio State Buckeyes. For the 3rd straight year, the Buckeyes make the national championship game. They are the defending champs. They won it last year against Florida State, but they've never played a team like Colorado. They've never played the defending Heisman winner. It's 99s across the board for each team. This is a matchup for the ages. Let's go see if we can hold up a trophy. We're at the national championship game against Ohio State. This is the biggest game of our career. 7-0 Colorado, end of 1. 14-0. The boys are cooking 21-0. I can see it. Coach Prime's got the trophy in his hands already. 24-8. The Buckeyes are battling back 24-14, but we put a field goal in 27. Oh, it's happening. 30-14. The boys are trying. This hurts my soul, having to beat the Buckeyes in the championship game, but it's for the video. It's for the content. Rome Odunze, open down the field, getting there, touchdown Colorado, and the Buffaloes are going to be national champions in season 3. I can't believe it. Beating my Ohio State Buckeyes, your national champions are Colorado. Coach Prime is a champion in college football. So is his kids, Travis Hunter, all the boys. All the boys are natty champs. You love to see it. It's brilliant. Now all we got to do is go back-to-back in the final season. We're only going to go one more season, season 4, to see if we can defend our crown, because we've technically rebuilt Colorado. We have rebuilt them back into prominence, given them a national championship. And let's go confirm that Shedeur Sanders is a 2-time Heisman Trophy winner, joining hallowed ground with Archie Griffin. Can he do it? He does. Shedeur Sanders wins the championship MVP, and he wins the good old-fashioned Heisman Trophy. So, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner for Shedeur Sanders. I'm going to go and re-sign all those players like I did last season, and then I will catch back up with you guys at the transfer portal. So, yeah. I'll see you guys then. All right, I got everybody re-signed to the team. Now we can go into the transfer portal and see if we need to make any other adjustments. I mean, Marvin's here. He's just basically just throwing it in my face, saying, bring me to Colorado. I want to win a national championship. Why do you want to do these things to me? Why do you want to do these things to me? I don't need you, Marvin, but I want you, Marvin. I love you, Marvin. I have an unhealthy relationship with you, Marvin. Let's go and get Xavier Worthy. I don't think we need another receiver, but it'd be fun. We definitely don't need another tight end, but we can go get Mason Taylor, I guess. Let's go and get Donovan Jackson. Sure. We're just going crazy. We're going absolutely crazy. Who else can we get? We can get Barrett Carter, I guess, or Dallas Turner, but Barrett Carter's a higher overall, so we can get him. And then who else can we get? We can get one of these corners maybe, or we got Cameron Kinchens in a past rebuild, so we'll get Malachi Starks. Sure, that'll be everybody that we go for. We didn't need any of those players, but we might as well get them all because this is the final season. We're going all in, ladies and gentlemen, to repeat as champions. So we will do this, and we will have an amazing team. I mean, it's just freaking phenomenal, the team that we have put together. We go into the defensive side of things. I mean, look at this team, man. This team is unreal. We're so good. We are absolutely unstoppable. I would expect an undefeated season. I would absolutely expect an undefeated season. I don't know if that's going to happen because Madden Simulation tends to like to screw me because we don't have a very nice relationship with each other because we both hate each other, even though this is a video game and doesn't have a conscience. It's not aware, but I know that it hates me because I hate it and it can feel my hatred. And I've gone on a little bit of a rant. It knows that I hate it, and I know that I hate it, right? It hates me. We hate each other, okay? We have a hate-hate relationship, and it's not getting any better. But these are fun. These rebuilds are very, very fun. We don't take it too seriously. Obviously, there's no realism in these because I don't delve into the realism type of things because that's not that fun. We want to go crazy. In what universe are any of these players actually going to transfer to Colorado? None. So we make it happen in here and we see what goes down. But we go into the final season, season number 4. Can we have an undefeated season? I believe that we can. We'll have to wait and see though. I believe we can get ourselves an undefeated season. I mean, there's not really any stopping this team. We're amazing on offense. We're even better on defense. You can't beat this team. This team is going to be undefeated. This team is going to be back-to-back national champions, and I'm going to be happy boy. So I'll see you guys at the end of season 4 with the results. The final season has been wrapped up, and we have achieved the perfect season. Obviously, this team is unbelievably talented, so it's not super surprising that we did this. But 17-0, and as you can see, Shedeur Sanders is another Heisman Trophy. Most definitely. Most certainly another Heisman. He didn't throw an interception. Oh my God, this is the greatest season I've ever seen in my entire life. 5,300 yards, 59 touchdowns, and no interceptions, 80% completion percentage. My man Shedeur is the greatest player that has ever stepped onto a football field, regardless of position or year in professional football or college football or amateur football. He's the greatest. Oh my God. That's an insane season. Dylan Edwards also had a crazy season, 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns. Rome had a phenomenal season. 1,600 yards, 22 touchdowns. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? 1,000 yards and 12 for Span Ford. Worthy had 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Oh my God, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. 31 sacks. What happened in this season? 25 for Verse. Are you kidding me? We have the greatest team that's ever existed in the world. We could beat an NFL team. We could beat the Patriots. It's not that difficult. Patriots suck. So I would assume we are going to walk right over Oklahoma, and we do 42-17. We now take on the Tennessee Vols. they ain't got a shot. There's no chance that they beat us, but I will jump in just to be safe. This also is going to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek or a look at the Tennessee Volunteers uniforms, since you guys haven't seen those yet. We haven't been matched up with them yet, and we're, oh my god, we are killing Tennessee right now. 30-7, 33-7. We are going back-to-back national title games. It's not even close. It is absolutely not even close. We'll get a little bit of a look at the defense here, since we've been mostly offense in this gameplay so far. But you guys can see the uniforms for Tennessee. You've already seen ours. And it looks like it's Ohio State versus Washington on the other side of the bracket for a trip back to the national title game. So we could very well have ourselves a rematch of last year's national championship game, or Washington could come up with a huge upset and we would play Washington then. I doubt that Washington wins that game, but anything can happen, man. I didn't think we were going to have an undefeated season. Always wide open. Slusher coming in with that. Oh, I was coming with a big hit. I wanted a huge hit, but it didn't happen. That's the end of the quarter. I'm going to jump out of here. Tennessee can do whatever they want. This isn't really the main goal. Obviously, the main goal is to get to the championship game and win it. They kicked a field goal. Yada, 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 yada. You know what? 49 seconds. I want to throw one pass. Let me throw a pass with the boys. Have a good time. We've got amazing players. We got the back-to-back Heisman winner. Actually, we got the three-time Heisman winner, I would guess. The first ever three-time Heisman winner, Shedeur Sanders. That is pretty darn phenomenal, if I do say so myself. In the end zone! I tried to hit a Dunze in the back of the end zone. It didn't work. And I really only tried to hit him in the back of the end zone because I thought that I pressed another button, and it wasn't the right button that I pressed. But we are going back to the national championship game to either play Ohio State or Washington. This is going to be interesting. Are we going to have ourselves a rematch, or is it going to be Washington who takes us on in the final game of the rebuild? We will either be two-time national champions or one-time national champions. There's no other option. And it'll be a rematch. The Buckeyes are back in the national title game for the 4th straight year. They were in it every year, I think, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure because they were in season 1, they lost to Florida State. Season 2, they beat Florida State, and then season 3 they lost to us. So they are in the national title game for the 4th straight year of this rebuild. I wish that would have happened in our rebuild. Wait, did it happen in our rebuild of the Buckeyes? Did we make 4 straight? I don't think we made 4 straight national, or maybe we did. We only came away with one of them, and that might be what happens with the Buckeyes in this one as well, because we are looking to go back to back with our 3-time Heisman winner, Shedeur Sanders. This is good because you also get to see the Buckeyes Scarlet uniforms because they're the home team in the national championship game. We lead 7-0 at the end of one, 14-0 now. Buckeyes trying to fight back. It is 14-6, 21-6 at halftime. It's getting dark in the championship game, 21-13. Come on, boys. Oh, Buckeyes pulling back here, 4th quarter action, 27-19. Okay, we got a little bit of a lead. I think I'm ready to get back in here. Oh, these Buckeye jerseys look so good. Absolutely love it. And I got my man open. It's a Dunze, but it's knocked down. Is that Lathan Ransom? I think it is, and it is. Latham, he came in with a great play there to knock that ball down because Rome was unguarded. And he stopped in the middle of the play. Why? Oh, I hate Madden so much, man. Why do they have those guys stop? It doesn't make any sense. He was going to be butt naked. He was going to be booty butt naked open. And yet they have him stop for some reason in the middle of the play. We finally get it to Rome. He catches that one. It's a 1st down. We'll run the ball with Dylan Edwards, because why the heck not? We already got this national title game locked up, so it's not like we need to worry about scoring. But I am going to try to score again, because that's what I do. Who's going to get open here? I'm going to fire it in. DK, it's going to get intercepted. Oh, knocked down. Oh, no, it is caught. They call that interception. I don't know if that's truly what it was, but hey, whatever. Oh, the Buckeyes have tied it up. Oh, no. Oh, no. We are in overtime in the national title game. Have I just sold? We kick a field goal, and we win. I thought I just sold the national championship when the Buckeyes tied it up, but we get the championship game back-to-back in overtime. We kicked a field goal and then shut down the Buckeyes on their next possession. So Colorado will win 2 national championships and presumably will have a 3-time Heisman winner in Shedeur Sanders. The first time it's ever happened, and it will never happen in real life. A 3-time Heisman winner and back-to-back national championships for the Colorado Buffaloes. You love to see it. He wins MVP of the championship game, and he wins his 3rd straight Heisman. Shedeur Sanders is a phenomenal player, and that is going to be the end of the video, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take one final look at the team. I mean, we just got so good. We got a bunch of X Factors on the team. We got a bunch of players who are amazing. I had so much fun. Travis Hunter was amazing. Obviously, both the Sanders were great. Shedeur Sanders won 3 Heismans. We won 2 national championships. We signed so many players in the transfer portal. And Coach Prime has established himself as the greatest coach in history of football. Not just NFL, not just college football. History of football. He's the greatest coach. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. As always, leave your comments down below for suggestions of teams you want to see me take on in a rebuilding challenge video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.